Hi, Camila. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being with us today. First, we love you. We love your music. We love your style. We love your outfit. We love you. We really love you.
It's a pleasure to have you here with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. I love Italy so much.
Great.
Yeah, great. This is your third solo album. You've been one of this generation main character. How does it feel to be so important and relevant musically and culturally speaking?
That's so nice. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I don't really, I guess, like I don't necessarily like consider myself that like a lot of the times, but it is amazing to have songs that have been like, you know, really successful and for people to, you know, be curious about my music and curious about what I have to say. I feel like it's a huge like honor and responsibility also. And I'm happy that I also get to use my platform to, you know, share the values that are important to me and the things that are important to me.
Yeah, just about that, the initiative about Ukraine, the concert is a great thing, and I think it's great to see that artists get involved in such important causes. And it may sound as a silly question, but how is the Ukraine war felt in the US? Because of course in Europe it felt like closer than ever. So how is it felt in the US?
You know, I think that just keeping up with the news and everything that has been going on and the pictures of, you know, the displaced people of Ukraine and the refugees is totally heartbreaking, you know, and I think that it's, you know, it adds to the millions of displaced people around the globe. Like the thing that a refugee has to go through is, you know, really scary. And it's like really heartaching to see.
Yeah.
You have a huge community all over the world that's super loving and supportive of you. Is this what you mean with familia too?
Yeah, totally. You know, what I love about that title is that I think that familia can have so many different layers to it. Like there's like your family, but to me it was also the family that I made with my collaborators while making this album. To me it means my friends that have been like family to me. It, you know, I'm gonna feel that familial vibe too when I play shows and I'm able to be with, you know, a community of fans and people who relate to me and who I guess like resonate with, like in the same room. Like I think that definitely applies to that community of people around the world too.
Yeah, Bam Bam with Ed Sheeran is a great song about the cycle of life. In Italy, we would say succede, which roughly translated would be like shit happens.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the feedback you got from the single?
Succede, like in Spanish, like also it's because Spanish and Italian can be really similar. It's like sucede, which means it happens. Like so that's really cool. I'm so happy with the feedback. I love doing things that I feel like, you know, I love being like vulnerable and talking about real stuff that's not necessarily like doesn't have any kind of solution or happy ending, but I feel like with this song and with the music video, I get to spread some joy. And I was so happy, well, you know, we were writing it to be able to be like, I had a really clear intention of, I want this to be like a life lesson in a song, and I want people to come from a terrible week or something terrible that happened and be able to put this song on and kind of like cry and dance it away. That was my intention, like when writing the song, and I'm happy to be able to, you know, share that with the world.
Yeah, when we first listened to your new album, we were reminded of so many different countries: Cuba, America, Argentina, Spain, and so on. What was the country that you think influences you music the most?
I think that, album-wise, Mexico, because, you know, that song La Buena Vida is based on a kind of like mariachi style. Cuba for sure. And then also I think like, you know, there's a song that has kind of like a reggaeton vibe on there, which is, I'm not really sure where reggaeton originally comes from, but probably someplace else well, definitely someplace else in Latin America. So I would say mostly Cuba and Mexico, but also I think just like Latin music in general.
Your new album, you have songs with incredible artists such as Ed Sheeran, Willow. Are these featuring connected in any way? What made you choose them?
I mean, I think for me, like a lot of the times, especially in pop music, features and collaborations can feel, I was talking to Willow about this the other day, can feel so transactional, like just like, oh, okay, you come in the studio, you send me the song and, you know, this will help the song and whatever. And it feels like it doesn't come out of a place of, I think, connection. But I think all of my, you know, Willow is somebody that I've always like seen from afar and been like, oh, I feel like I really want to be friends with this person. She seems like she's so real and vulnerable and like concerned with real life and real stuff. So when she came over and we, you know, she like recorded these parts of the song and wrote her parts, it was like so fun. Like I was like, I've ordered some vegan food. I invited her to my house. And we like really connected. And same thing with Ed, who's like a great friend of mine. Same thing with Yotuel, who's a Cuban artist. Maria, somebody that I heard her songs and I was like, oh, I really like the way that she writes. And I think it's all people that are they're very different kinds of artists, but I feel like I genuinely felt a connection or was drawn to all of them for their talents / personalities.
Yeah. Do you like Italian music? Do you know any Italian artists?
I have this playlist that it was just like Italian dinner party and I would play that all the time, but I don't really know. I know there's this one girl, who is the girl? Laura Pausini, is she Italian?
Yeah, she's Italian.
Yeah, so she sings a lot of like Spanish music too.
Yeah.
I know, these are all people that have come to Mexico or Latin America, but Luis Miguel is Italian.
No, I think probably Spanish. No,
I know he's
Italian.
Mexican, but he was actually, fun fact, he was born in Italy.
Oh,
I think.
Okay, we didn't know that.
Great.
Hopefully I'm not wrong about that because I'm going to sound like a total idiot. But I think he was born in Italy, but then he went to Mexico and he got citizenship there. But he sang songs in Italian and my dad loves him. But no, I will definitely check out more.
Okay, we heard, of course, your new album, and what I can say is that you are a girl that made it in the music industry, a woman that made it in the music industry. But being a woman in the music industry is not that easy as it looks. So what advice would you give to a young woman who wants to take the same path you took years ago, so who wants to start with music?
I think two things that I've learned recently, which I think they both tie in, but one, I've learned that it becomes really helpful to have female friends in the music industry, because I think that you have sometimes, I felt this when I was younger too, and I'm so happy that I grew out of that, but a false sense of feeling competitive and feeling like, oh, if this person wins, that means I don't, which is totally not true and is completely kind of like societal bullshit programming. But I think that being supportive of one another and building relationships and having girls that you can talk with that relate to you and you understand each other and you empower one another and you inspire each other, I think that that's really like inspiring. And the other thing I think is like remembering to be true to yourself and remembering that there's not really any kind of formula. Like the only way that you really win, and by that I mean like in your heart, mind, and soul, like that you feel successful, is if you follow what feels right and what feels true for you. I think and this is why it ties into the first, like I think that I saw a couple people talking about this, like I think that when some, like Billie Eilish, for example, first kind of came onto the scene and she was, you know, a female pop star, but not really presenting herself or, you know, or like she just kind of did her own thing. She didn't follow any kind of formula. And I think that that was really inspiring to a lot of, you know, she's younger than me, but I feel like, I think I saw Demi say something about that too. I think that was really inspiring for a lot of women to see, like there's no, like it's just cool to just do what you want to do, dress how you want to dress, present yourself how you want to present yourself. So I think that's two pieces of advice that I think are helpful.
Yeah, so unfortunately our time is over. I would like to ask you we always play this kind of ASMR game, so we ask our guests to grab the first thing that they have close to them, bring them close to the mic, so our listeners will have to guess what you have in your hands.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that was great. Thank you so much.
Hope to see you in Italy. Ciao, bye-bye.
Bye.
Do you like big bass?
Say what?